Okay, I thought I would give a little overview of the summer chicken coop. So they do have a winter coop and a summer coop. It's pretty posh chickens. Out front here I've got two elderberries I picked up at the side of the road, a sort of plant sale. They were tiny, like little pieces I didn't think would survive, and they eventually took off and they're growing like weeds now. I have to surround them with chicken wire or else the chickens will devastate them. In the middle I also planted a honey locust tree to eventually provide more shade. So that's that little being right there. So you can see like around the whole area that's fenced in, it's all scratched up and almost lower ground level. And you can also see the leaves that are poking out are kind of chewed. So they grab some of these leaves that sort of poke out from the fence. So I'm quite happy with how those are doing. But anyways, the summer coop. So this was, I'm not exactly sure what this thing is. It was a big cage essentially that was left on the property. And so what we did is myself and Tosca, we each took our car jacks because it was leaning down like that, quite a severe lean. So we put our car jacks, that was a big production. One there, we jack one side up, put some cinder blocks under, jack the other side up, put some cinder blocks under. I eventually got it level-ish. It's not perfect, but and then, because basically the door, which slides open and close at night, it wouldn't slide because of the slant of it, and the roof was kind of pinching the top so it wouldn't slide. So we had to get it not only level for the chickens, but so we could open and close the door. Then there's some old metal sheeting or metal roofing that was on the property, so drag those up top, and they're just held down with cinder blocks. Oh wait, no, I also tied some wire, so drilled some holes in the top, climbed up top, and then I used some old fencing wire to tie it on there because in really strong winds the metal would start flapping and banging and scaring the crap out of the chickens. So the inside here, and also these panels, so these panels weren't on here. We put those on at the beginning, left a nice gap at the top for aeration, for good airflow. That's one of the most important things for a chicken coop. Oh, here's one of the teenagers. They've just started laying. That's one of the older ones. So they've been checking out the chicken coop. They sleep over in the chick shop. They've just started laying within the last week, which is pretty exciting. So we'll come into the chicken coop here. It's later in the day, it's almost 6, so nobody's really in here laying. I think we've got one white one trying to lay right now. I won't bother her too much. There she is. So, full disclosure, I threw down a bunch of cedar wood chips so it didn't look so crappy, pun intended, and scraped off some of the chicken poo that's on here. But it smells fantastic in here now because of the cedar chips. We just had a load of cedar wood chips dropped off and been spreading those around. It smells great in here now. So these are the nesting boxes. Originally they were all right here, but since they've been fighting over them a bit much, I've tried putting a couple more up top here and some over here, which they started using immediately, which was great. I also added some more roost space up top, which they seemed to really like as well. It was originally all just one level. All of them were the same height, same distance in between for what chickens need. There's more enough space, but I don't know, it seemed kind of bland, kind of uniform, not very exciting, and I mean they like getting up high, so I decided to put some. The reason I did originally put it at the same level is because in a previous chicken coop situation I had done what you usually do is like a ladder with a step up for each rung, but I found that they would fight over the top rungs because they want to be up top high. They want to be the ones that are at the top because if there's any predators that show up, the ones in the bottom will get pegged off. So they would always fight for the top, but I don't know, they didn't seem to really enjoy all being at the same level, so I added some and they seem to be enjoying that. So this is great for the summer because the airflow through here is fabulous. So I don't have to worry about the airflow. But once it starts getting chilly, it's not the greatest. So this is the summer chicken coop. And working on the winter coop. We're going to start working on it. And this is their view in the morning when they come out of the coop. So I slide the door open and let them out at around anywhere from 6 to 7. It's usually about 6:15, 6:30. Roosters start going off around 5:30 to 6. And this is their view when they come out of the coop. They get a nice view of the garden. Have their elders here, elderberries. And then they hop down this little ramp and come around the corner, and their food and water is right there. And the chicken run. There's a compost run. That is a summer coop.